Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my April TBR, including the TBR clear out. Now the TBR clear out is being hosted by the lovely Katie from Books and Things. I am joining in, I'm doing all bar one of the prompts and I will talk about those towards the end of the video. There is also the Books for Bowel Cancer Readathon happening in April, which my TBR for that went up yesterday. There is also the Picture This Readathon happening in April. How I'm going to do this is, because it's being hosted by the lovely Shelley from Shelley Swearingen and Jack from Spread Book Joy. Jack's one of my really close friends and I absolutely adore her. So I'll be supporting that by, I'm due to go to the library on the 1st of April, I think. That's according to mine, because I go every 3 weeks. And I'll be picking up 3 or 4 Picture This books for the Picture This Readathon from the library. And I'll be showing them every week in my weekly reading catch-up. So I'll do like one a week. And so I will be including them, so don't worry. I have decided that I'm going to be looking for a book with cats on it, because that's one of the prompts, and a book with blue. Those are both connected to Alice, and maybe a dark book. So they're 3 that I'm definitely going to be hunting for when I go to the library. We'll have to wait and see how I do, though. So yes, I am participating in everything. I'm doing my best. But I'm also trying to be gentle on myself. Because April, there's school holidays. Most of April, the kids are off. So it's like 2 and a bit weeks they're off for Easter. So I've got them and the Easter then, and I'm just, yeah. Don't know, who knows what April's going to bring. But April for me is the month where it's Thomas's birthday, it's Easter. It's going to be busy. Like, we're getting, little man's getting spoiled, and we've got Easter, and I love his face. Mia's obviously a bit too old. I don't know if she's a bit too old for the Easter egg hunt, or whether she'll want to do it because of the chocolate, but who knows. But let's wait and see. Those are the key things for April for me, and it warms up even more. Getting close to spring, it's about Easter eggs. So yeah, that's my kind of thing for that. Anyway, let's get on and show you the books. So I have 2 buddy reads. The first one I won't go into too much detail on because I talked about it in my Books for Bowel Cancer Readathon, and that is The 8 Lives of a Century-Old Trickster by Marianne Lee. I'm buddy reading this with the lovely Chatty from the Mad Chatter. And just remember, I need to link a doing channel on the other video. Anyway, so this was longlisted for the Women's Prize last year. I didn't get to it, but I've heard lots of things about it. It's kind of a story about this lady, Ms. Monk, who has like loads of different stories within it about being a slave, escape artist, murderer, terrorist, spy, lover, mother, trickster. So I'm looking forward to getting to that, but that's my buddy read with her. Then I've got to buddy read with the lovely Cat from Bruiser Reviews, my buddy read partner. We literally buddy read every month. And this book will actually match one of Katie's prompts, but I decided to be a bit cheeky and do a different book. But this is, I only literally just got this in March, so we'll be seeing this in my March book haul, because Kate Chris bought it for me for my birthday. And this is Like a Curse by Elm McNichol. This will also work for the Spoonies next month, sneaky peek. But this is the sequel to Like a Charm. Yeah, I think it's Like a Charm, which I've kept. So this is why I let Chris buy me, I got Chris to buy me this one, because it was, no, I'm going to keep it. So you are lost and you are forgetting who you are, TikTok little witch. Stuck in Loch Ness while Edinburgh falls under control of a terrifying, powerful siren, Ramia Knox is frustrated. She's supposed to be learning magic from her Aunt Opal, but that isn't going as smoothly as she hoped. As she pushes to rescue the hidden folk friends in the city, long-buried secrets come to light and legends come to life. Ramia knows she's different. She's a witch, but now she must learn the true meaning of her powers before all is lost. Cannot wait to get to this. So my Agatha Alice book, and like I keep saying, I will post up what books we're reading each month for Agatha Alice, but I'm going to be reading Murder on the Orient Express. This is definitely, and this is one of the last books I bought with Alice. Like when we went on our London trip last year, last March, we went into Brick Lane Bookshop. I don't know why I didn't keep that. Yeah, I think we went into Brick Lane Bookshop, or one of the bookshops, and I got this, and it is like, I think, no, that was 360 from Haddington, but yeah, I did get this on another London trip, and it's Murder on the Orient Express. Everyone knows about this. I think, yeah, it's Poirot, so I know I'm going to love it. I love Poirot books. The murderer is within us, on the train now. It's just after midnight, and the most famous Orient Express is stopped in its tracks by a snowdrift, isolated by a storm. A passenger lies dead, stabbed a dozen times, his door locked from the inside. The world's greatest detective, Hercule Poirot, must identify the prime suspects among the small but disparate group of remaining passengers before the murderer decides to strike again. This has had so many adaptations on TV, which I've avoided watching, so I'm looking forward to seeing what this is like. Then my reread for the month had a slight problem in the fact that my handwriting is appalling, so I couldn't for the life of me remember which one it was. But it's The Warden by Anthony Trollope, so it will be my classic for the month. It's the first book in the Barchester series, and I absolutely love this. It's like 200 pages, so it's a really short book. But I remember loving this one as much. I think I liked the next one, the Barchester Towers, next. But this is part of the Chronicles of Barchester series, and it's about the warden, Reverend Harding, and his youngest daughter Eleanor. This is one that I borrowed from the library originally, so actually this doesn't count as my reread as in my numbers, because I borrowed it from the library when I read it the first time. Get in there. Right. It deals with gentle humour and a subtle satire. It really sets up the series, and I remember loving it the first time I read it, which is why I carried on reading the whole series. But I wanted to reread it to see what I think. Now, let's get on with it. I've been putting it off. Let's try the TBR jar. Now, you all know the TBR jar in March gave me Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and it smashed it out of the park, and it's one of my favourites of the year. So let's see if the TBR jar does it again. Ooh, two that are. I'll go with the one that came on my thumb. Dun 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 dun. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. This was actually the one I didn't want it to be. Okay, I'm not gonna cheat and pretend I didn't see it. It's The Complete Ghost Stories by Charles Dickens. Kind of ironic that I picked this considering it's Katie's Readathon month. It's short stories, and I'm doing crap with short stories on the bloody Charlotte Bronte one. It has a lot of short stories, so it will be read over the whole month. How many short stories has it got in it? So I think if I read it over the whole month and maybe try and spread out reading it, it might be alright. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Got 20 short stories. So I can't read them every other month because I would need 15 every other day. So I'm going to have to read them most of the days. But it's got in it, including the ones that we know about are A Christmas Carol. It's got The Haunted House. I don't think I've heard of that one. Stickle Went. Heard of that one. I don't know about it. Christmas Ghosts. Lots of ghost story ones. That's probably about it. There isn't many that I've actually heard of. I'm scared. TBR jar's done a bit fluvyish on me now. Okay, I will survive. Yes, I know it's that song, but yes, there you go. It gave me the one I didn't want, but hey ho, it's the only one in. It's the only one in the whole bloody lot that I'm nervous about. Every other one I'm excited about. There you go. So that was the TBR jar. So I've now got my 3 seasonal books. My spring reads. Yes, the first one is Connected to Alice, and this is Tom Lake by Anne Patchett. Anne Patchett. She read it before she died, and she liked it. She really, really enjoyed it. Because I think she read it for she read it for something, and I can't for the life of me remember what it is. Girls, can you try and remind me? But she loved it, and I bought it when she was poorly, hoping to God that we would get a surprise and I would be able to tell her and talk about it. But I really wanted to get it, and I waited until spring because to me, with the flowers, it felt like a spring book. But this is the one that she really loved, and I bought it in honour of her, and I bought it because I wanted to talk to her. But who knows, hey? Right, anyway, I'm not going to cry. It's spring, and Lara's 3 grown-up daughters have returned to the family orchard. While picking cherries, they beg their mother to tell them the one story they've always longed to hear, of the film star of whom she shared a stage, the romance years before. It's a family saga, it's a family sort of story about sisters, hope, elegance, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm trying to cry. And then Daphne du Maurier that I got in somewhere nice. Oh, got this in Henley because it's still got the bookmark. Bell's Bookshop. So this is one that I bought full price. Either I bought it or Chris bought it from me. I can never remember. And this is Married Anne by Daphne du Maurier. It's actually set in Regency London. Maybe I should have said this May. Regency London. The only way for a woman to succeed is to beat men at their own game. When Mary Ann Clark seeks to escape from her squalid surroundings in Bowling Alley, she ventures first into the scurrious world of pamphleteers. Her personal charms are such that she Before long, she becomes the notice of the Duke of York. We all know he's a bit of a philanderer. A vivid portrait of overwhelming passion. This is set during the Napoleonic Wars and based on Daphne du Maurier's real own great-great-grandmother. Really looking forward to getting to that. And then this is a book I bought on the trip last March, so it is kind of again ironic that I'm reading it this month. And this is it was a proof copy that I got in a charity shop, but it is bloody big. It's Peach Blossom Spring. Again, it had to be written in spring. This is a family saga, I believe. It's to have an orchard is to honour the generations that come before and those that come after. A powerful story of resilience, migration, and the family search for a place to call home. Set in 1938 China, and Japanese are advancing. A young mother Merlin is forced to flee her burning city with her 4-year-old son and embark on an epic journey across China. For comfort, they turn to their most treasured possession, a beautifully illustrated hand scroll. Its ancient fables offered solace and wisdom as they travel through the ravaged country, seeking refuge. Let's see what this is like. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to turn some of them upside down. And now to the books for the TBR clear out, and then I've got 3 other books that are extra. Yes, this TBR is mahoosive. But as you can see, not many of these books are that long. Sorry, I'm paving at the moment. Right, so prompt 1 for the TBR clear out. I'm not going to write these down. Please check out. I will link Katie's announcement video with all the links because I've got a busy day today. Right. Firstly, set your TBR clear out goal. Mine's 30. I normally read like 30 to 35, but 30 to 33. But it is half term. I do want to try and be gentle on myself. Prompt number 2. Read a book that's been on your TBR for a very long time. This was sent to me by the lovely Berna from Berna's Bookish Adventures years ago. I won it in one of her giveaways. And I do not know why. I've been nervous to read it. It's a translated book, because obviously it's set in Turkey. It's set in Gallipoli 2000. A young New Zealander woman comes to Gallipoli to find to find a lost grave of her great-great-grandfather who died in the Battle of Gallipoli. And the stunning 85-year-old secret of a Turkish granny strolling the Gallipoli National Park with her cane. And then you've got the other timeline. Gallipoli, sorry I don't know how to say this. A terrifying lesson, Ottoman Lieutenant Ali Osman Bey and the Anzac Australian New Zealand Army Corps. Private Alastair John Taylor teaches mankind together. The great test for mankind that no nation is ready to receive history books. Could this be that the man is a hero in conflicting stories? Give it a go. I'm really nervous, but I'm really looking forward to it. I don't want to let Berna down, but I really want to get to it, so that's for that prompt. Right, read a book that's been on your TBR for a very short time. Now again, I could have used Like a Curse because I got that literally in May. In March, but in February I got The Secrets of the Sun King by Emma Carroll. This, my gorgeous son Thomas told me to buy because he was reading it at school. And I saw it in the charity shop right near me. And he told me I had to buy it because it was like, I had to buy it for him. Because he loved it. And if he loves a book that's reading, he's like, Mummy, it's totally a you book. It's set in London in 1922. A discovery from ancient Egypt, a cursed package, the untold story of a young pharaoh. When Lillian Kay finds a parcel on her granddad's doorstep, she's shocked to see who sent it. A famed Egyptologist found dead that very morning, according to every newspaper in England. The mysterious package holds the key to a story about the king whose tomb archaeologists are desperately hunting for. Lil and her friends must embark on an incredible journey to return the package to its resting place, to protect those they love and break the deadly pharaoh's curse. So that looks amazing. Then the next one is to read the longest book on your TBR. I'm just going to pause the video now and I'll come back to it very shortly. So, I have returned. I'll be putting these, sorry, these are 2 clips that I'm having to put together. I'll carry on with my TBR. Had to just organise birthday stuff for my mum's birthday, which is coming up in a couple of days. So the other prompt was read one of the longest books on your TBR. And this finishes a series for me, and this is Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score, and it's the Knock 'em Out series. I've read the first 2. They are very saucy romances. They connect really well, and I must admit, I am well excited to sort of finish the series, but I really enjoy it. It matches that prompt because guess how bloody big it is. It is 581 pages. Very, very big. Not the very biggest, but very, very big. This was given to me by the lovely Danny from Danny's Book World for my birthday last year. What is it with me reading books a year later? I can't really tell you too much because it's literally the third in the series, but this one is about Lucian Rollins, who is in the other two books, and you can see the romance is to do with the librarian Sloane Walton. And it's kind of like, you know, they enemies to lovers sort of thing. They hate each other, but they do love each other. You can kind of get that the gist. Lucian is about, like, the more money he gets, the safer he feels, except for when it comes to, like, the librarian, who's got the biggest thing for, and there's mutual disdain, and Sloane Walton only trusts Lucian as far as she can throw him, until their bickering accidentally turns to sort of naughtiness, turning flames of desire that can't be put out. Can't bloody wait to get to this. Right, now to read one of the shortest books on your TBR, and this is Maureen Fry and Angel of the North. This was given to me by Ange from Angie's Book Set of my birthday last year, and it is only 42 pages. So, no, less than that. I think it's like 142. Basically about that, actually. Might even be less than that. But it's kind of like a novella from this series, which is, where's the series? What's it called? It's like the novella after The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry and The Love Songs of Queenie Hennessy. This is like, it completes the trilogy, but I think it's more of a novella because it's like really short, but actually it's even less than I thought it was. Yeah, 140 pages. So yeah, short but sweet book. Love the other books in the series. It was just going to be a nice sugar candy to read in a month. The next one is read a book from your TBR that feels like you've lost interest in. At the moment, I haven't got a book for that because I deliberately picked books on my TBR that I'm really excited about. So I haven't got a problem to that yet, but I will. I will do that, okay? I will probably find that one during the month, but I'm not going to stress. And the last prompt is read a book from your TBR you're excited to get to. And this is the first in another series. I think it's like a trilogy. The Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. I think I treated myself to this. I don't remember. It's not had it that long. But I've got the second and third books. It's a series that I love. It's got witches, demons, faking dating it. It is the fantasy that I love and I need. It's whimsical, sexy, charming and romantic. And that's what Ali Hazelwood said. That's all I need to know. Marielle is prophesied to be the most powerful witch ever seen in centuries, but she prefers baking bread to brewing potions. When a spell goes very wrong, Marielle finds herself staring down a demon, one she inadvertently summoned for a soul bargain. Ozeroth, the Ruthless, is a legend amongst his kind, but since the bargain went awry, he's been a laughingstock. A deal with Marielle could easily earn him back his deadly reputation. However, getting Marielle to sign over her soul is going to be a lot harder than he anticipated. Basically, this just looks amazing and just what I needed. Then, the books, they've got 3 other books that are adding to this TBR. Yes, it's bloody big. First one is The Strange Adventures of H by Sarah Burton. Charlie, my gorgeous sister, bought me this for my Christmas present. And it just looked like one I really wanted to read. I didn't want to leave it on there very long. Orphaned young, H is sent to live with his doting aunt in London. H's life is happy until her lecherous cousin robs her of her innocence, and the plague takes away the city and the people she loves. H is cast out, friendless, pregnant and destitute, into a rapidly emptying streets of London under quarantine. Forced to fend to herself, she is determined to gain back the life she lost. H will face a villain, out for revenge and find love in the most unexpected of places. So good. Really can't wait for that. And then, to books that I bought the sequel to this ages ago. I actually got sent this off my TBR from a subscriber when I was on holiday last year, but that copy got nabbed when I was on holiday, and I never received it, so I had to buy this second hand. But this is the first in a duology. I've got the sequel to it, and I've listened to this on audiobook. I tried to listen to it on audiobook, and I didn't get into it, but then I have real problems with audiobook. So this is basically a Rumpelstiltskin retelling. The look he was giving her, Sarita, had never been looked at like that before. The intensity of the heat, her raw astonishment he was going to kiss her. Cursed by the god of lies, the miller's daughter has developed a talent for storytelling, but are all of her tales as false as they appear? I don't want to know too much. I'm really excited by this. And then lastly, a book that I think the anonymous Amazon person sent me, and this is Becoming Ted by Matt Kane. I've loved his book. I love The Secret Life of Albert Entwistle. And I'm really looking forward to it. Sorry, I was just checking it wasn't. It's got an old protagonist, I believe. Ted Ainsworth has worked at the family's ice cream factory business in the quiet Lancashire town of St Luke's-on-Sea. But the truth is, he never wanted to work for the family firm. He doesn't even like ice cream, although he's never told his parents that. So when Ted's husband suddenly leaves him, the bottom falls out of his world. However, what if from heartbreak could come an opportunity for Ted to build something new? Because Ted has always had another dream, a secret dream since childhood. He's always wanted to be a drag queen. As he starts on the path of self-discovery, he'll soon be faced with a choice. Take the responsibility that others have laid down for him, or will he finally put what he wants first? This looks really good. I cannot bloody wait for this. Right, if you got to the end of this video, because it's Easter, first of all, randomly, tell me which books on this pile you're excited about. Tell me what you're reading, what readathons you're joining in. Chat to me in the comments down below. But if you got to the end of this video, leave me any emoji connected to Easter, because it is Easter week. It is Easter, the month of Easter. You may well get this prompt another time in the month, probably, but at the moment I'm going to go with that one. Leave me an Easter emoji. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. Bring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.